What's your name?
Julie.
Adrian. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Nice to
I was
meet
gonna ask you what's on your mind.
Um, this. I
This.
think the hustle
You
and
know what's
bustle of the
funny?
bus
Like,
stop.
just like going outside, being in the downtown, you always see some like altercation or just
Oh
some
yeah,
interaction with
yeah.
people. It's scary, but it's actually fun at the same time.
It is, yeah. It's interesting to like you come downtown and you're like making a choice to come downtown
Yeah.
if you go out or whatever. But now that I work downtown, I have no choice. I'm just going to work, you know?
Okay.
So I'll like have those interactions and sometimes like usually it's fun, but then sometimes I'm trying just to get to work. So it's like kind of a lot. But
Yeah.
it's still
I mean,
it makes going to work a little more interesting.
I've been here for like 5 minutes and so much stuff has already happened.
This
You
is
know
a
what I'm
pretty
saying?
busy
It's like
bus
pretty
stop,
funny.
yeah.
I was gonna ask you like, my friend recently sent me like a little voice memo, but he was asking about vulnerability. Do you feel like you're
Okay.
vulnerable?
I think I can be. I think as I've gotten older, I've started to fear it a little bit more.
Okay.
I think when I was younger, I was much more comfortable with like being more vulnerable, I guess. But with age, it's become harder, I think. Yeah.
Is it like fear induced?
I guess so. Fear induced. I guess just throughout the years, I've learned lessons of like
Okay,
being
okay,
too
yeah,
vulnerable
yeah.
and maybe taken advantage of because of that or whatever it might be. So now I approach with caution a little bit
Really?
more. But I mean, I do appreciate vulnerability, especially with my friendships. I feel like I have such strong friendships because we're so vulnerable together. And it's my favorite part of friendship, you know?
Yeah, I think just like talking to people and communicating just helps you like
Yeah.
figure out your thoughts.
Yeah.
I advocate a lot for like therapy,
Yeah.
even though I've never been to a therapist myself.
You should.
Um,
It's really.
I think it's definitely an experience. I would want to go
Yeah.
just to try it, see
Yeah.
how it feel. But I think just communicating with people, it really helps like figure out what's going on in your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially now, like at least in the 2000s, a lot of people have been putting a bigger emphasis on mental health. I feel like that's a big issue that so many people deal with.
Yeah, for
but it's
sure.
not talked about more, or at least like it's more of a minority thing than a majority.
Yeah, I would say so. I think like in the modern day, we take it more seriously than we did like maybe when I was growing up
100%,
and stuff.
yeah.
You know,
How old are you? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 27.
27?
Yeah, how old
You're
are
not
you?
even that old.
I know, but I'm getting there. You know,
Okay.
I've had enough experiences now. I really feel like I've learned things.
Okay. I'm 20 years old, so
You're
I'm very
20 years
young.
old.
Yeah, but people say I have an old soul.
Okay.
My parents are a lot older. My mom had me when she was 40.
Oh wow.
So my mom is just turned 60.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a lot to like
Yeah.
think about sometimes. I'm like, oh damn,
That's
like
interesting
my
'cause
parents are getting older.
I have like the opposite experience. My parents were teen parents.
Yeah.
So they had me, my mom got pregnant at 17, had me at 18. And that is not necessarily a unique experience because a lot of people have that experience, but it definitely shaped, I think, who I am today and how I grew up and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I would say like I think definitely like when it comes to my parents' age, that definitely played so much into like my morals and how I carry myself, especially.
Yeah.
I think
That makes sense.
especially with like older characteristics. I feel like a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah.
I was definitely babied, but I would say a lot of people are very babied nowadays.
Yeah.
Or at least like a lot of their experiences are very filtered
Yeah.
instead of more genuine, I would say.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes them
I think like
learn
the
lessons
internet
later.
also causes that.
Definitely, 100%.
Young people on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're like experiencing these generations of people who grew up a completely different way than others.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
And I was right on the cusp of it. I definitely like was always on the internet, but I still, when I was like very little, there were no iPhones and stuff, you know?
Yeah. No, like I have sisters as well. One that is 27, and then I also have one that just turned 31.
Okay.
So
You're
I've
the
kind of
youngest?
yeah, I'm the youngest
Nice,
out of all of them.
nice.
But I kind
So
of
of
grew
course you were a baby.
yeah, but I kind of grew up as an only child almost because like
Oh,
my
okay.
siblings were either in high school, college, or working,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah, yeah.
So A little different than I guess like your
Yeah.
normal sibling relationship.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say like when it comes to vulnerability, what's like a big lesson that you had to learn?
Um, I guess this is something that was really present when I was like younger,
Hmm.
um, especially when I was like in college. I think I was so mentally like ill back then, I guess,
Okay.
um, that I would kind of just like not trauma dump, but I looking back at it now, I'm like, gosh, did I make like my pain my personality? And
Mm.
that I think you can. That is like kind of vulnerability. I think I was a little maybe too vulnerable with the people around me,
Mm.
um, and like shared too much. And I just hate to think that I was like thought of in that way, because that's not, it's not my personality.
Yeah.
It was a part of it, but it wasn't. I think I just let it take over me, and I shared too much,
Okay.
especially online. Like especially, I had like a. Do people still use the term Finsta? Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know what it is.
Yeah, I used to have a Finsta, and I would just share everything that came to my mind, and
Oh,
like,
okay.
I think it was just too much. Not everybody needs to know that. Sometimes you just need a journal, you know. So even though, like, yeah, absolutely, being vulnerable is important, and you should open up and communicate. I think there is like a line sometimes.
You know what's really
Um,
funny? You bring that up. My mom actually recently told me something similar.
Yeah.
Because I had posted a video like kind of about me crashing out in a sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily like a crash out per se, but I was really down.
Mhm.
She says it like I wasn't 100%, you could say.
Yeah.
And you could really tell. And she was
Yeah.
like, one of her critiques was that, exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to be vulnerable, but maybe not share everything. Or
Yeah.
you know,
There's like a good like
Yeah.
balance, and you have to find the in between.
and at first I was like, I want to be real, I want to be authentic. But thinking about it, I was like, I get it,
Yeah.
because it's like you're kind of letting people in on maybe a personal part. That's
Yeah.
maybe a little too much to your
Yeah,
mind.
and it creates like an environment for you to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't always happen, but it could.
I think that's just one of the risks, though, when it comes
Yeah.
to any relationship, right? Especially whenever people grow up in more like trust issued environments,
Yeah.
they kind of feel that even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that something that's been big for you, like trust?
Um, I think like in like recently maybe, but like
Recently?
throughout my life, I think I've been very maybe like trust people too quickly.
Mm.
Um,
Like almost gullible, you would say?
yeah, and like naive.
Naive?
Yeah.
Naive how?
Just naive, like expecting everybody to have the best intentions. And I've been speaking about it as
Mhm.
if like I haven't been wronged like that bad. But
Mhm.
there are like little instances where I just think, I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. You can't assume that everybody has the best intentions or grew up the way that you did and see the world the same way you do. Um, at least not right off the bat.
Definitely.
You have to like cultivate a relationship with someone before you can just trust them.
I think that's played into like why a lot of people say that like relationship culture is so like cursed. It's
It
so
is
bad
these
right
days,
now.
yeah.
Do you agree? Do
I
you think it's
agree.
really?
It's
Why
bad.
though? Why though?
Do you mean like romantic relationships,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
dating
yeah.
and stuff?
Mhm.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think dating apps and stuff have a lot to do with it.
Okay.
I think like there's less of.
Do you think it's like commercializing love in a sense?
Absolutely, yeah. And like as much as dating apps promote that, like Hinge, for example, their slogan is like the app that's meant to be deleted.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, they're a business. Of course, that's not totally true. They have to profit somehow, and so yeah, people are profiting off of like these like vulnerable things that people like really have problems with, like struggle with, um, Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of it.
You feel like you felt that in your own personal experience?
Probably.
Maybe subconsciously,
Yeah,
even the
I
other
don't know.
person doesn't know it.
It's just so much nicer to meet people organically than
100%.
on the phone. You can, because then you can't really control the way you're perceived when
Yeah.
you walk up to somebody or you're having a face-to-face conversation, but you can completely control how you perceived online. So you can, I don't know. Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, in my own personal relationships, I would say like I definitely encountered instances where I trusted too much,
Yeah.
or I found myself like, damn, like why didn't I think about that or
Yeah.
overthink it? But I think love is truly blinding at times,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Absolutely. And
I guess I just got lost
Yeah,
in it.
and I mean, for the most part, I don't regret those things.
Definitely.
You learn something from every relationship you have, but I don't know if I'd act the same, you know? So,
Yeah, I think yeah, I think that's so important to have conversation, and that's why
Yeah.
like I even talk to you and I talk to people just like on my channel. It's
Yeah.
because like I really value like that human connection.
Yeah,
I feel like it's very
absolutely.
difficult. Like I'm currently in college right now, so
Mhm. Do you
I've
go to
been
UT?
yeah I do,
Nice.
and I've been stuck inside for like a large majority of my college life.
Yeah.
Just kind of like just I mean just prioritizing stuff with school or
Mhm.
just like maybe career wise, but just I don't know why I just stopped, and I felt
Yeah.
like I didn't want to be like that anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what really urged me to start like talking in front of the camera,
Mhm.
because I wanted to at least like voice my opinions. And then it
Yeah.
came in. Then I had a conversation with one of my friends, and it made me realize like I just had like a great conversation with him. Why don't I do this with more people?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that's kind of like how I started just talking to people and
Yeah.
being more open. I guess to just conversation.
Yeah, I have some friends who have also started posting on YouTube and stuff, and even if it's of course there's a goal to share it with as many people as
Yeah.
possible, and that is important. But also, I think you can. It's also nice to document these eras of your life,
100%.
and to be able to look back on that years from now. I think you'll be so grateful, and then maybe then you'll be like, "Wow, I don't agree with that anymore."
Even even now, like I remember because I've had this channel now for about since October 2024, and I remember watching my first video I posted on January 1st 2025, and I'm just like, this naive kid, like
Yeah,
you went through so
absolutely,
much
yeah.
shit in this
And
year.
you'll keep doing that.
Yeah, and it's gonna
Probably
be
the
like
rest
that.
of your life. You just will feel like, we all change.
I think that's why I used to get on my mom a lot when I was growing up because she loved to take photos.
Yeah.
But I
Oh
think
my gosh, and it's so annoying when
yeah, but then now that I've grown a little older, I get it. Because
Yeah.
then I look back on it and I'm like, oh, like this was this memory. It was like this.
Yeah.
It's like just capturing a moment at a time. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's so nice. Like, yeah, I remember just being like, oh, like mom, like why do I gotta do this? Like, but now sometimes I look back on the photos and I'm like, this was a great moment.
Yeah, I agree. I always feel very grateful looking back at how much my parents documented. I have some very old home videos
Oh, really?
from my early childhood to mid 2000s, and it's so special to be able to see a video of myself as a child. It's so cute. It's so sweet, you know. So I'm really grateful that my parents did that for me. My bus will actually probably be here very soon,
Yeah.
but it was really nice to talk to you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. What's
Nice
your
to meet you.
YouTube name?
It's called ADV Talks.
ADV
Talks.
Talks. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll
really
check it
because
out.
that's my entire name. Adrian
Yeah?
David Velasquez, Adrian David
Oh, wow.
Velasquez,
Okay.
and then Talks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's so nice to meet you,
Yeah,
though.
it's nice to meet you too. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, I'll take this from you.
Thank you.